All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to, well, a game. This, I believe, is patch 1.29, hence the reason why we are playing on the map Road to Th000. This is going to be Lyn versus Th000. Lyn spawning as the red orc over here on the bottom left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, over here on the top right, we have Th000 spawning as the blue undead. And let me make sure, no, I'm going to swap the colors. Just so, actually no, yeah, I need to swap the colors. Is it that way? Is it? Okay, so that's now blue. Yep, that's over there. And did I get a follow? Oh, wow, Cole, thank you for the subscription. I guess that is a subscription on YouTube, as opposed to a subscription on Twitch, hence it's not updating. Also, Eagle Eye viewers will probably realize I am wearing my, Cloak of Invisibility, I guess I'll call it. Yeah, just having some fun. Feels like I'm not really able to do very much, and we now see a little bit of the new meta. It is going to be a Shadow Hunter first here, coming in from Lyn. I'm looking forward to casting more 1.29 games. A balance patch was desperately needed in order to really change things up. Meanwhile, it looks like it is still going to be a Death Knight. However, this time opening up with Crypt Fiends. Ooh, look at my hands. All right. Yeah, no, really not that impressive. But I am having fun. Hopefully you guys are enjoying all of these casts. My apologies for not being able to cast a little bit earlier. There was, as I said, the patch update 1.29, thereby making it difficult for me to even log on, let alone cast any games, since all the games I cast are from the NetEase servers. Ghoul is making a transition over here next to that graveyard as we are looking at a Death Knight going up against a Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter going to be using those Serpent Wards much more efficiently now, 14 to 16 damage. I believe that's a little bit on the higher end than before, as opposed to the typical healing wave that is used. Alright, what you're going to see is that the Serpent Ward is going to go ahead and finish off the remaining units. They can actually perhaps back off now. The Apprentice Wizard would not normally be able to finish it off there, as the, well, Shadow Ward now makes its way back. Is it going to try and pick up some additional items? That is the question, as we are now looking, well, I can't quite tell where things are going on the map, as we don't have observers. 533 creep camp. It looks as though a double Serpent Ward will be used here. Going to go ahead and pull back all of those units, as this is a 555 creep camp. I take it back. This is not 533. This is 555, and you see a bit of missing happening as well. So trying to do creeping with these Serpent Wards. The Serpent Wards can in fact take damage, and that is the downside right there. It is trying to absorb a bit of damage as well. As you see, that Renegade Wizard was taken out. Ring of Regeneration desperately needed, but the problem right now is the Enforcers and their invasion. You can see the missed attacks happening constantly, time and time again, as the Shadow Hunter finally gets to level 2. And what does a level 1 Shadow Hunter going to level 2 get as a second ability? Clarity Potion should be used. There's a healing salve being used up, as well as the Grunts have taken a fair bit of damage. Meanwhile, at the other end of the map, Death Knight, sitting at level 1, needs to get to Unholy Aura and really dealing with Inner Fire on the Forest Troll Berserker and this Sasquatch. 8 armor, a very large amount of damage mitigation, everything dealing 32% less damage. As you can take a look, the Death Knight now picking up a potion of invulnerability. Back at the other side here, we see the clearing out of the 533 creep camp once more. It looks as though the Shadow Hunter should be able to get to level 3 here. If not get there, be extremely close. Another level 3 creep camp, or level 3 creep, going to get taken out, as you finally see this last Enforcer getting taken down. Alright, gonna be, wow, pretty much on the money, 507, and picks up a replenishment potion, which is exactly what the doctor ordered. Using up a healing salve and a clarity potion all in one, well, very nice item. Now, since this is early on in the meta, I don't know if these players have really strong fleshed out strategies. We should see the same level of micro, but I will say that with a cautionary tale, Orc players particularly going for units that are not the Blade Master, the type of micro needed does differ from unit to unit. Grunts are going to be able to finish off this right here. Let's take a look. Crypt Fiend's going to go ahead and try and take down these wards. They do have 165 hit points each, though. That is much higher than you would normally expect, as the Crypt Fiends are trying to shoot them down. Death Knight is getting a little bit of experience, now already up at level 3. Level 2 Death Coil should be coming across here in just a second. There it goes, as the Serpent Wards are trying to finish off some of these units. Low hit point Grunt is going to be able to back off here. You can see the Serpent Wards are still causing problems, and those Serpent Wards just dealing so much ranged piercing damage. The problem with those Serpent Wards is if you don't deal with them, well, they are going to be dealing damage. But if you do deal with them, you are not really focusing your effort and attention on units that really matter. Those Grunts should be backing up, though. Death Knight is sitting at level 3, does have enough for a Death Coil, finishes off. Yes, there it goes. There goes one expensive Grunt, as the units are still looking to continue to back off here. Down to 323 hit points. That Death Knight does not have any more mana. And with no more mana, what can really be done here? Death Knight wants to get off another Death Coil. That Grunt down to 211 hit points looks as though it will be able to escape. Down to 184. Scroll of Regeneration, Scroll of Speed plus Healing Salve now being used, as all of the units are looking to back up again. That is a lot of Crypt Fiends. We are getting into Tier 2 right now, not yet Tier 3. I don't see an upgrade yet, as the Shadow Hunter looks to finally back off. Tauren Chieftain is going to be the second hero this time around. So Tauren Chieftain and a Shadow Hunter. So I guess a Stomp with those Serpent Wards, those two abilities do work fairly well together, as Stomp stuns a unit for 5 seconds. And then, well, the following Serpent Wards are able to poke and deal a tremendous amount of damage. 155 mana here, ready to go. Tauren Chieftain with Endurance Aura first, maybe forced to back up. There are a bunch of Ents now joining in on the fight, as I believe that is a Sasquatch. I'm not quite sure what type of Sasquatch that is. A Sasquatch now being brought over. All right, Tauren Chieftain gonna get should be able to get to level 2 here, and now getting that all-important Stomp is going to be absolutely key. Shadow Hunter very low on healing items, as that Grunt going to be forced to back up. There it goes. Tauren Chieftain going to get to level 2 off of the remaining Ents, though, instead of actually clearing out those clearing out the remaining units. Those 6 additional level 2 creeps, enough, as we now see the Undead putting pressure inside the main base. We are upgrading the fortress right now. Burrows trying to be repaired, but not going to be enough, as the attacks are going back the other way. 39 supply over 30 compared to 39 over 50, as the Raiders are now finally out onto the field. The Peons are here, ready to go, trying to do a bit of repairing. Are we going to see some Death Coils? Are we going to see some Stomps? No, we are not. Nothing of that nature, as the Tauren Chieftain unable to catch up to those units. All right, there's a Speed Scroll trying to get some units down. The Tauren Chieftain just a little bit slow, as the Tauren Chieftain trying to, catch up to all of these units. A bunch of Crypt Fiends in a bad spot. One Stomp to finish off one Crypt Fiend here. There's a Burrow. As you can take a look, that burrowed Crypt Fiend is just going to stand right there for a little while longer. Death Knight could easily get off an additional Death Coil. Lich now coming back around the other way. Tauren Chieftain does not have enough mana for another Stomp as of yet, as we do see a quick Ensnare. All right, going back the other way. Grunt gonna most likely get taken down. There is a Death Coil saving that Crypt Fiend once more, as this Grunt standing around to embrace death, so to speak. He is just right there, and the burrow is not in time. Grunt comes back in to join in on the fight. He says, wait a second, what am I still doing here? I should be running away and trying to hide. Crypt Fiend saved at the last possible second once more, as the Tauren Chieftain still in that front spot. Is he going to be able to finish that? No. Serpent Wards unable to, reveal anything at all. As you can take a look at this, those Serpent Wards are going to get taken down. Lich in serious trouble. Death Coil not going to be in time. Frost Armor is right there, as the Lich gets a Potion of Invulnerability off. Potion of Invulnerability will last long enough, but will the Death Knight perhaps give a Scroll of Town Portal back the other way? Raiders now looking to back up here. Death Coil saving another unit, as the Obsidian statue is trying to repair and heal up more and more of these units here. Lich could be in trouble. Tauren Chieftain, however, has no way of getting off a Stomp, as the units are now retreating back across over here. Raider is right there. It looks as though that earlier Crypt Fiend was in fact taken out, or perhaps was able to get microed and saved another way. Obsidian statue regrouping. 40 over 40 supply compared to 42 over 50. As the units are looking to set up an expansion down to the south. Lyn with an expansion could turn this into a long game and just purely win with that economic advantage. You can see the hero levels is level 2 on the Tauren Chieftain, level 3, almost level 4 on the Shadow Hunter, compared to a 4-1. So experience overall is about the same as the Tauren Chieftain desperately tries to get that last bit of experience. Alright, Grunts will get taken down here. Shadow Hunter going to be picking up some Clarity Potions and some Healing Salves. Most likely there's a Clarity Potion, double Healing Salve. Now what is it going to do? Sells the Ring of Regeneration, surprisingly, and picks up a Scroll of Speed. Wand of the Wind also added in as well, but you have to be careful as destroyers could be joining in on in the air and devouring magic, getting additional damage on heavy armored units because of that bonus damage there, as the Crypt Fiends now look to back off. Alright, Obsidian Statue is now doing a bit of a chase. Grunt now needs to retreat all the way back. A lot of damage is going to get mitigated, or a lot of healing will get mitigated, as all of those units now will pretty much cleared back out. What is happening next? Tauren Chieftain here, ready to go. There is a couple additional attacks. Grunt's not going to go ahead and re-engage. No, not quite yet. Both sides trying to figure out where the proper fighting should be, as we now see an ensnare go down onto an Obsidian Statue. And what that does is just buys time for the Orc. He knows that, you know what, if there is an engagement here, I should be able to take it out fairly fast. But Lich instead gets to level 2 during all of this confusion. Lich at level 2, Frost Nova should be able to pick off many of those units. Damage could be coming in high. You can see the Serpent Wards at 27 to 30 damage. Yes, they are rooted in position. Big stomp across the center portion. Such a big deal right there, as one Crypt Fiend going to get taken down. Is the Tauren Chieftain going to be able to get to in with another stomp as well? Let's take a look at that. Tauren Chieftain could try to get in position, as the Death Knight not going to be able to get a Death Coil off. Healing Wave being used. Do we have the Scroll of Speed? Yes, we do. We have Orb of Lightning as well, as the Tauren Chieftain wants to get into that position here in just a second. Tauren Chieftain trying to line it up. Is he going to go for it? No, he is not. Not quite sure. There's the stomp across multiple units again, as the Serpent Wards are pushing that advantage, dealing so much damage across the board. Death Knight now trying to retreat. Raider getting taken down. Low hit point Grunt not joining in on the fight, not returning back home. Not quite sure what's going on there, as the Serpent Wards are still continuing this pressure. Tauren Chieftain pretty much out of mana, unable to stomp anytime soon, as a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability transferred to the Death Knight. Lich could be in trouble. Death Knight now trying to get away as well. That Lightning Shield causing terrible, terrible damage to anyone standing near it. And what is going to be happening? Low hit point Grunts could get taken down. Lich finishing off some units. There go some more Crypt Fiends as well. 55 compared to 41 supply, as Lyn seems to have the advantage. Scroll of Town Portal being used here, as the Death Knight with the remaining units will be retreating back home. With all of that said and done, though, Lyn now with the economic advantage. You know it's going to be quite some time before another battle does take place. Another 600 gold swing, just because he has the expo. And now let's see how things are going to be following up. Battle Drums going to get upgraded as well. Kodo Beast going to go from 10% to, I believe, 20% damage bonus. 20% damage bonus across all grunts, in addition to 20% attack. Oh no, only 10%. I'm not quite sure what the other ability is, as we are now looking at a Panda joining in on the fight. All right, Death Knight, Lich, Dark Ranger going up against Shadow Hunter, Tauren Chieftain, Panda. Panda with Breath of Fire could be able to get some big damage across multiple units. Is it actually going to unfold that way? That is the question. Lich or Shadow Hunter does have an Orb of Lightning and Potion of Greater Mana. Tauren Chieftain does not put his foot down, decides to back up again. What is going on in this fight here, as the Tauren Chieftain has not really been able to engage yet. Dark Ranger wants to be able to get off of some big silences. Tauren Chieftain trying to get in position, unable to squeeze through there, puts his foot down, hits nothing, as the Dark Ranger, well, taking a lot of damage alongside that Lich. Tauren Chieftain currently silenced, unable to do anything really in that engagement, as the Shadow Hunter, well, we need to find a way to heal up the remaining units. That is going to be Healing Wave to try and recover all of that, as we're at 45 supply compared to 64. 50 compared to 64 right now. Main real supply army difference is about 7 to 8 supply because of the additional workers at the expansion and the additional workers that you need in order to harvest, or otherwise you'd just be heavy on gold, low on lumber. Tauren Chieftain, is he going to make its way over? Could try and make its way over. Had mana for a stomp. Didn't do it though. Not quite sure what was going on there as we see a Devour Magic removing much of the additional units. All right, let's take a look. Tauren Chieftain is going to be able to make its way over. Tauren Chieftain unable to really deal damage to that destroyer, but gets a good stomp in on 4 units. Death Knight currently alive and well, as you can see, still protected by that frost armor. 58 supply compared to 40. Death Knight saves another unit. Healing Wave not in time to save the Grunt, but another Crypt Fiend gets taken out. 57 to 40. Ensnare onto the Obsidian statue, as that will be the game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.